Welcome to the podcast, Now That I'm Engaged, How Do I Get Married? I'm your host, Kevin Dennis.
And I'm August Joker, co-host and brand manager at Fantasy Sound Event Services.
In addition to leading the charge at Wedding IQ, I also run Fantasy Sound Event Services, a lighting and entertainment company based in Livermore, California, that I founded over 35 years ago.
Each week on this podcast, we'll explore a new corner of wedding planning so you can prepare for your I-dos without the stress.
From budgeting to booking vendors to the day of drama.
Let's talk smart wedding planning.
Do I look okay?
Maggie's fixing herself, so we're not live.
Okay.
We are live. All right, Maggie.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So welcome to your party.
Yes. Welcome to the Lighthouse.
So tell us a little bit about what you have planned for everyone here today.
So we worked with a planner today, and her theme was La Dolce Vita, Italian coastal. And so that's what we have today with all of our vendors contributing in that theme.
I know everyone worked really hard to make your place very beautiful. It's really pretty here today.
Thank you. Thank
Yep.
you. It's not hard to make things look pretty here, actually.
No,
It just
the
is.
view is something else here. So
It is.
yeah. All right. So tell us a little bit about the Lighthouse for those that may not know.
So we are a privately owned property in a private marina located in Glen Cove, California. And we rent it as a full-on property for a full day. And you get accommodations upstairs, which is a 3,000 square foot house.
Yeah.
It sleeps 6 to 8 people, or 8 to 10, depending on how many you want to squeeze in there. But it's 4 bedrooms, and then it's a property rental. So all of the luscious lawns and patio deck and this banquet room that we're in right now, broadcasting from.
I love it. So how many guests can we have here at the Lighthouse?
So I would say the comfortable max is like 120-ish. But a lot of people really activate the outside areas, and we could actually seat 195 out on our west lawn
Oh,
here
wow.
for dinner, and then dancing inside because it's standing room only, 195. So we can really have a really awesome event here. And these days, busing people in, people can have a rockin' party and, hop on a bus back to hotels.
I love it. I love it. So what about, tell us some tips or tricks that you may have for some couples that are for maybe coming up.
So I would say, everybody thinks everything costs less than it really does.
Yeah, that's true.
And think of it more of you're planning an epic event to host your best friends and family, and you don't want to do it at your house.
No.
So just hire professionals.
No. And I love that you said epic. It's a once in a lifetime event and I think couples forget that this is the one time in their lives that they will have all these people together in the same room.
Right.
So why not do it right at the Lighthouse?
Especially now after COVID, we're finding a lot of people during COVID, they couldn't do things. So we're having a lot of anniversary parties and even baby showers now are a booming thing.
Yeah.
We had 3 in the past 2 weeks, and they were mini weddings.
Wow.
People weren't able to celebrate and gather with family and friends. And so that I feel like that was kind of a substitute. So we don't just do weddings here. We do all types of events. And it's just nice having a private rental property basically for that special occasion.
And it's funny that you said that because now we're starting to get a lot of 25-year, 20-year celebrations. And so I think it's people who are really thinking out.
We did a 50-year.
50?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to make it to my 50th anniversary. That's my goal. I don't know if I'll make it, but yeah, that would be great. Well, maybe I'll have my epic 50th wedding anniversary.
Bring it on. We love our friends.
I got a long way to go. I'm only at 17, so I got a long way to go.
You could do 25.
There you go. I love it.
Go.
I love it. All right. So I love the tips. I love the tricks. So tell us how we can find you, and we'll have it in the show notes.
So we are at thelighthouseGCM.com. All of our information, pricing, FAQs, facility use policies, preferred partners are all on our website, but we do private tours, so just reach out to us and we'd love to show you what we have and tour the property.
Perfect. We'll have all that in the show notes. So thank you for having us and hosting us. You are the most gracious hosts that we know, so thank you.
Well, thank you.
All right, Jesse, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to Now I'm Engaged, How Do I Get Married? Tell us a little about you and your company.
My name is Jesse, and I've been doing videography for about 15 years in the Bay Area. and we specialize in true storytelling.
I
So
love
we're
that.
working with our couples for anywhere from 2 to 3 days. We really do a deep dive into who they are.
I love that. So then what does the end product look like for them?
It stands out in a way that it really tells their story. You really
Okay.
get to know the couple beyond just their vows and some of the speeches at the reception. You really get to know who they are, how they got together, what are their faults, who's at the wedding and why, those kind of things.
I love that. I love that. So what are you seeing trend-wise for 2025?
I think the biggest trend for today, from my perspective,
Yes.
is to offer smaller packages.
Oh, okay.
Get them in the door, offer a 6-hour package, price it a little bit higher than you normally would, in hopes that they maybe upgrade later. But people are cutting back on expenses. So I would rather make maybe $1,000 or $2,000 less
Yeah.
on a Saturday, but be working.
Yeah, but they'll get something and some memorable piece of,
And it's doable.
of the wedding. Yeah, I love that. All right. So if I'm going to hire Jesse and work with you as a couple, because we're talking to couples right now, what should I expect? Like, do we prep ahead of time, a lot of meetings on the day of,
Talking about with the couple?
Yeah, with the couple.
Yeah. We just had a couple where we had dinner with them.
Oh, awesome.
And on top of that, we don't just send a wedding questionnaire to our couples like most photographers and videographers do. We send a very deep dive questionnaire. It's everything from what's your favorite candy to your favorite movie.
Okay.
Because then you start to open up on who they are, what their hobbies are, what they really do with their time.
Okay.
And so then I take all that information and I try to find some way to tie it into their wedding film.
I love that.
And I go even further. I read the speeches, I read the vows ahead of time. And that way, for instance, we had a couple where the maid of honor in her speech was talking about how she remembers the bride bringing chocolate chip cookies every day in kindergarten. And she can share them with them.
Okay.
And I said, okay, so we brought some chocolate chip cookies to the wedding and had the bride and the maid of honor sit on the couch and eat them together.
And tell the story.
So as she's giving her speech about the chocolate chip cookies, we tie that footage into it.
I love that because then it's taking it back. That's amazing. So now everything's digital now. Long gone are the days of DVD. So how do people consume the video, the wonderful videos you make?
One of the coolest ways to absorb your footage is one, obviously download, but two, it's called a mediazilla.com.
Okay.
And it's just like a DVD experience.
Yeah.
So you can send out a link to your family, friends, your bridal party, and they click on that link. Up pops up, a beautiful photo with some music, and you can select play movie, or you want to see the ceremony, or if you want to see a specific speech.
Yeah.
And then they can download that and save it on their computer.
I love that.
And it's a very interactive way of experiencing it on your big TV.
You can watch it on your phone now.
On your
you can
phone,
wherever you are.
And you can put that app on your 75-inch big screen TV and watch
And share it with all your family and friends. That's
in
awesome.
4K resolution.
I love that. That's amazing. All right. So, Jesse, how do we get couples to contact you, hire you for their big day?
They can find me at loveuniquestudios.com, and that's the same for my Instagram.
All right, perfect. We'll have all that in the show notes. But before you go, I want you to tell us a story, something memorable that you remember from a wedding. Memorable story. I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, we're filming a wedding. We're at the prep. She let us have her rings. We filmed the rings. We set them back on the table. Went on with our day. We get just 10 minutes for the ceremony. They can't find the rings.
Oh, no.
They left them at the hotel.
Oh, no.
And staff broke into the hotel.
Oh, no way. That's
and
hilarious.
took them. And they had the guy on video doing it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
But at first they were thinking it was us.
Yeah. That's an uncomfortable
last
feeling
ones to have.
Yeah, exactly. But thankfully they were there and it wasn't
Yeah.
Jesse. So,
Yep. It
all
wasn't
right.
me.
Well, Jesse, we will make sure to have all the information in the show notes. And thanks for being here
All
today.
right, thanks for having me.
All right, perfect. All right, so next, Diana, this is your maiden voyage on Now That I'm Engaged, How to Get Married.
It
So
is.
thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're going to have you do a full episode. You promise?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to do a full
Okay,
episode.
we're going to have you on doing a full episode. But before we get going, let the couples know who you are, what you
Okay.
do.
Okay.
How'd you get here
How
today?
did I get here today? So it's been a long time coming. So been in the business for 15 years with Napa Valley Linens in August. And we do specialty linens. And we have over 1,000 different linens.
That's amazing.
So we make the event very pretty.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So, and we deliver all over the world, right? I mean,
We
pretty
do.
much.
We
Yeah.
have shipped internationally,
Yeah.
but we do deliver nationwide, and then we deliver by van in the Bay Area.
I love it. I love it. All right. What are some of the trends and things you're seeing with linens right now?
Well, everything has been. First, we were in the blush era.
Yeah, we were.
I feel like we are out of the blush era. Every once in a while, it pops in, and then we went to the neutral era.
Yeah, we did.
We're
Yes.
still very neutral, but this year, I've noticed people wanting to add a little more color and pattern, which a lot of couples are afraid of pattern and colors. They
Yeah.
just want to do, oh, I'll just do ivory,
Yeah.
or I'll just do
Like what's
white.
behind us. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, for people in the industry that are designers, it's like, oh, we could do so much more.
Yeah.
And so it's very exciting when we have somebody that wants to do pattern and color. And, it's the most square footage of color you're going to add to a room. If you add up the square footage of every table,
Yeah.
that's the most square footage of pattern or color you're adding to your space.
So if you're looking to add color, that is the best way.
Linen.
Linen's the best way.
Biggest bang for your buck,
Yeah.
and the biggest way to add it. Yeah.
And what about like napkins, all that?
All that.
Compliment? Okay.
Napkins, runners, pillows, linens, of course, and they're full length linens
All
to the
right.
floor. Yeah.
So as you move into, do you see anything changing for 2026? Or I think the colors are getting bolder as we move into next year.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm starting to see. In the last couple months, orders that have been coming in, they've been adding color,
Yeah.
which is exciting. And
That
it's like,
is.
oh, this is great. It's not an ivory, or it's not a flax, or neutral, or beige. So loving that.
That is that. No, that's
Yeah.
a lot of fun. So now tell us a crazy linen story that you may
Oh,
have.
God, a crazy linen
Yeah.
story?
There's got to be a crazy linen story.
We've had some gross linen stories, which I won't share.
Yeah, please don't.
Crazy linen story. We're just so good. Truly, because people say, oh, they don't want to have a linen shortage.
Yeah.
We never short a linen.
Yeah.
If there's ever a shortage, it's because they didn't order right.
Yeah.
So as far as crazy, I can't think of a
All right.
crazy
I'll let you off the hook on that one.
linen
then.
story.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything.
All right. How about then I'm going to say your favorite linen story or your favorite, like, taken back to a memorable event.
Memorable event. It would probably be when I first started. I wanted to overly help the people.
Yes.
So I had a client who was a planner, and we made this beautiful event at Wente.
Okay.
And she's like, Diana, do you think you could come help me set it up? Well, we don't do that.
Yeah.
That's what the people at Wente do.
Yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
staff.
Yeah.
And that's when
What they
Wente
know how to
did-
do. Yeah.
That's when they did it all. So I was like, sure. And I show up and I, help do the whole setup, which is not a part of my job.
Yeah.
But I'm in sales, not setup.
Yeah.
And the Wente people were looking at me like I was a little nuts.
Yeah.
Why are you here, Diana? Type of thing. And I was like, oh, I'm just trying to be helpful and nice to this planner who was also new and a
Yeah.
little naive. And we just had a connection, and she wanted me there, I think.
Yeah.
So that would be one of my first, that was like one of my first big events.
I love that.
So, and I just wanted to be so helpful. So
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us how we find you. How do we get Napa Valley linens? How do we get some bold color coming to our
Bold
weddings?
color. Let's talk bold color. So it's envylinens.com for our website to look. You can get a sneak peek of all of our linens. If you're in the industry, you can call me. We can set up a meeting, and you can order directly from me. Instagram, of course, and Napa Valley Linens on Instagram. We're on Facebook, not as much, but Instagram for sure.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. You could email me directly at dcardenas@envylinens.com. And would love to help you out.
All right. Perfect. So real quick, I want to grab it since we have you.
Yeah.
What is, if I'm a bride or a couple getting married, where do they start with the website, but how do they get to come to the showroom?
They can. So
Okay.
it's funny, though. A lot of people do not come to the showroom anymore.
Really?
We used to do it all the time. I would meet with clients. And now they just want to see pictures. So
And they're good with it?
I send them links to pictures, or I send them swatches, and they're happy with swatches. I think since COVID,
COVID has changed
I
stuff.
have
Yeah.
probably met in the showroom 5 clients in
Yeah.
the last 5 years.
Wow. I'm
One
starting
a
to
year.
see a little bit of a trend of them starting to come
Really?
back. Yeah.
Okay.
At our
That'd be
office.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
I
'cause
like to see the people.
It's yes, it is
Yeah,
nice.
You get a little more hands-on.
And you get to know a little bit more about them.
Yeah, so now it's like phone conversations. It's just a lot of emails.
Yeah.
Even people text me, and then we're mailing them swatches, and they usually go from there.
I love it.
Yeah, so but I like to help whatever is more convenient for them.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here at the Lighthouse today. Thank you for sharing all your information. We'll be sure to tag you, and then we'll, get you on the show.
Yeah, it'll be
All
good.
right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Cheers.
All right. So welcome to Now That I'm Engaged, How to Get Married. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Belinda, your company.
Hi, well, I'm Belinda. My business is Lucky Orchid Designs, and I do wedding stationery and signage. So I work with couples and planners, making anything from invitations to their day of pieces, like welcome signs, seating charts, place cards, menus, anything that can be designed, I will work with them to print it. Yeah.
The seating chart sounds stressful because that was the craziest part when I got married. That was the hardest thing to do, is to put everyone at a table. So that must be stressful for you. Wait, we moved them to table 14 and now they're, yeah.
There could be a lot of moving parts for that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty flexible. I know things can change like 2 weeks before a wedding, so I try to be as
flexible as you can.
possible.
I love it. I love it. All right. So tell us some trends that you're seeing with the couples that are going on for 2025, maybe even out to 2026.
Oh, 2025 to 2026. I see a lot more, fun, creative designs going into stationery, at least. I don't know. Let me think how to explain that, because I feel like people who are looking for templates kind of have that more, no, I don't want to say stiff, but it's
Like,
a very elegant,
Okay.
very refined look, I
Okay.
guess. But now I see a trend of people wanting more handwritten looks.
Okay.
or,
personalized, maybe. Yeah.
personalized,
Okay.
Having their pets involved.
Oh,
in their
yes. Lots of
wedding.
pets.
And that's always really fun. Having like a little portrait of themselves with their venue, favorite date spots, just like having more who they are as a couple into their stationery.
Yeah,
So
I love that.
That's like where I come in, and I love hearing couple stories, so I can incorporate that into their wedding day.
Okay, I love that. So what tips or tricks would you tell the couples if we're hiring someone like yourself to do stationery signage? Like, what do we need to do to be prepared? What do we need to know?
Let's see. When you're thinking about stationery, I really think figure out what is your priority.
Okay.
In terms of, do you want, is cost a priority? Handwritten or like personalized things that you want to share with your guests that are coming to your wedding, because that all kind of factors into what your stationery is going to look like. But any tips? Yeah, think about that, I guess, up front.
Okay.
And I guess it just helps with the planning process, because then you don't have to come down to the cost later and then be like, oh, I need to take back everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about like a memorable sign or something that you've done like for a couple that just still sticks with you today?
Oh, there's a lot of good ones. I mean, one that I did really recent is of a couple that wanted a little portrait of them with their dog, with their wedding venue for the invitation.
Oh,
It's like very
personal.
personal. Like
Yeah.
you're giving an intro to your guests of like where the wedding setting's going to be. Obviously, you know who the couple is, but it just feels more personal. Even with like the dog in it, it's like you know this couple, you know the vibe of everything. So it felt very special to create a whole look for the first thing that your guests are going to look at.
I love that. And I think that the couples nowadays, they start with dogs before they start with kids, and to make sure that they can get through it. So yes, we're seeing more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little task.
I love that. All right, Belinda, tell our listeners how to get in touch with you. We'll have it in the show notes, but what's the best way to find you, find your work?
Best way, I would say Instagram. Has
Okay.
all my latest work on there that I showcase. I don't really update my website too often.
Okay.
But, my Instagram at Lucky Orchid Designs, or reach out to me by email.
All right.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you for being here today, sharing some tips and tricks, and we'll be sure to tag you in the show notes. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
so much.
Thank you. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, welcome to Now That I'm Engaged, How to Get Married. Kathy, tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
Sure. So I'm Kathy Newby. I've been doing rentals for 30 years, and I'm currently with AFR Furniture Rental. We're a national company, and we specialize in luxury lounge furniture and accessories to do your special events.
I love it. And I follow you on Instagram, so I see all your beautiful work and all the cool designs. I mean, I feel like you're constantly pushing the envelope when it comes to new furniture, new looks.
We're always trying to do that. We're waiting for a bunch of new product to come in right now, but tariffs have kind of slowed us down.
Yeah.
But I mean, we help design, we collaborate with the clients, we do 2D and 3D renderings so that clients can actually see what the product's going to look like in their space.
Oh, I love that.
Our products are in Prism, which is now owned by Cvent.
Yeah.
And so we have all of our furniture in there, and it's great. So we go in and people will go, oh, we don't like it this. Can you move it here? Oh, don't like that color combination.
Yeah.
We're always trying to, push the envelope and do things that are creative and just not so cookie cutter.
No, I love because it's boring to do the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Are there colors or trends that you're seeing in the furniture right now?
Right now, wood tones are very popular.
Okay.
So we just got a new line of coffee tables, end tables, bar tables,
Wow.
dining tables.
Wow.
So they're wood slatted bases. And we have a new line of what we call pub tables, so standing height, square tables, and rectangular tables. So wood tones, we just got some a new modular sectional sofas in a beautiful sage green.
Oh, wow.
Which can be done like with a dining table, so do some seated on the and then some regular dining chairs on the other
So
side.
now, are you seeing people mismatching a lot or having fun with that?
A little bit.
Okay.
Sometimes they're afraid to think out of the box, like, oh no, we can't do half and half, and it's
Yeah.
well, why not?
Yeah, why not is right.
Definitely. So
I love it.
And then some new high back sofas,
Oh.
which again are all modular, so they can be used as armless chairs, or you can put them together to make sofas. So we have a lot of modular furniture, which kind of helps people think outside of the box sometimes, because they think a sofa's a sofa, and it's
Yeah.
well, no, it doesn't have to be a sofa.
Yeah.
You can do a grouping with club chairs.
Yeah, I love that. Now, are you seeing, like you mentioned, pub chairs, a lot of high-low stuff, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. And we do a lot of corporate work too, besides
Okay.
social events.
Yeah.
So what's really popular for general sessions is the communal tables in the back with bar stools. Then sometimes they'll bring in maybe hotel tables, and then they'll do soft seating in the front.
I love that.
Yeah, so it's being able to give people a view without having to come in and build risers.
Yeah, and then you can give people option. Are they going to be more comfortable in the soft or go up?
Right.
And
Yeah.
the guy that can't stop doing his email in the back. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so any other trends? Did we hit them all? I feel like.
Pretty much, I
Okay.
think so. Yeah, just the wood tones are really, really popular right
I love
now.
the wood
Yeah.
tones. That sounds.
Yeah.
And it would be nice because we just had Diana on from Napa Valley Lynn.
Yes.
She's starting to say bold colors are starting to come back. So wood
Yeah.
tones with a bold bold color would
Yeah.
look really cool.
So yeah, we've got a couple different lines. We have a mango, bright orange.
Oh,
line.
wow.
Penelope, which is like a chartreuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have some bright
Bold colors.
as well as some really, traditional things
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Sometimes, again, people are hard from changing their minds on stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
I want a white chair. It's like, you can have a white chair.
I know. It's funny because they always come back to the
Yeah.
to the neutrals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really do. They're like,
Yeah.
I want color, and then here we are.
But you can certainly do all that, but let's bring in the pop of color with pillows.
Oh.
Do that too. So
Okay.
I just did an event where it was all white furniture and we brought in the company colors with the pillows.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good, fun look and
Yeah.
way to bring in a little bit of color,
Yeah.
a little bit of pop. All right, Kathy, how do we get in contact with you and hire you for tons of furniture?
So it's KNewby, N-E-W-B-Y, at rentfurniture.com. And our website is afrevents.com.
All right, perfect. We'll make sure to have all that in the show notes. Thank you for being here today.
Appreciate it.
All right, bye. All right, Diana, tell us a little bit about yourself. Oh, well, first off, welcome to Now They're Engaged. How do I get married? Tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
So I'm Diana. I have 2 brands. So I have Dia Photography that focuses on weddings and like family portraits, and then I have Lumina Studio, which focuses more on like headshots, corporate events, and branding.
I love it. Okay, so we're here at the Lighthouse, and we're talking to couples. What are you seeing when it comes to 2026? Like, what are they looking for out of a photographer?
Full service.
Full service.
They
Okay.
want video and photo with one person. I think they want to deal with like people who are offering everything together versus hiring multiple vendors to make it a little easier on them, which is why I added a videographer to my team this year.
Okay.
Because that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And then getting them connected with other vendors as well.
Okay.
Is what I mean, that's kind of always been a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So now photography is engagement session. So I'm 17 years ago I got married. It's been a long time. I'm sure a lot has changed.
Yeah.
So what, like everything digital, I'm assuming, some like are albums still a thing?
Yeah, so albums are still a thing.
Okay.
What I've been seeing like on wedding days though, so I've been starting at proposals now.
Oh,
So I go from proposal to engagement to wedding.
well, that's exciting.
And then the new thing is that people aren't doing like first looks anymore. They're doing like a first touch. So they're like coming up, like walking backwards, right? Or like depending on where we're at, like one's on one wall and one's on another, and they're just kind of like holding hands.
Oh my God.
They're reading their vows to each other. So they're not seeing each other. They're just like, they're calling it a first touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. So I love that. I'm learning. You're teaching me today. So, okay. But that's a very intimate moment for you to capture, right?
Yeah.
A lot of crying, a lot of tears. Okay.
Yeah.
And are you crying along with them?
I'm trying not to.
I love it. Okay. So now when it comes to photography, is it still you or multiple people? Like how many people does it take to shoot a wedding?
So typically I always have a secondary person. I think that any wedding that has over 80 people, I require
Okay.
a second person just because I can't, I mean, although I want to be at 2 places at once,
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
So
You haven't taught yourself how to clone yourself yet?
I need
Okay.
it. I'm still trying
Still working on that one?
on that. But yeah, anything over 80 people requires 2 photographers, and that just comes included in my package. It's
Okay.
not even a add-on. It's part of it. Just because I want to be able to, all the missed moments that the couples don't get to be a part of, like especially during cocktail hour, or during their first dance or their, the speeches and stuff, they can't see everything all at one time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So now if you start with them at proposals, it sounds
Yeah.
like. Okay. So how do we know, like how far out do they reach out to hire you for proposals?
It's been changing up recently. For proposals, like I have sometimes people reaching out to me like sometimes like 3 to 6 months in advance.
Wow.
For proposals.
That's crazy.
Not for the wedding.
Yeah, but that's crazy
Yeah.
because how do you know that far out?
Yeah.
Like that's a long
Yeah.
time to wait to ask
Yeah.
someone.
But I just had a recent one that I just did in San Jose. He reached out to me a week
Oh,
before.
wow.
Thank goodness I was still available. But that was like on the golf course.
Oh, wow.
They were golfing and it was like on the ninth hole.
Did you have to sneak in? Oh, and so you had to be like paparazzi?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It was cool.
That is kind of, and did he arrange with the golf course so no one
Yeah.
thought you were crazy?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So you were there to capture that moment. All right.
Cool.
So tell us a memorable wedding or something that happened at a wedding that that's in the brain that you can't forget.
Can it be mine?
It can be yours.
Okay, so I'm Latina, I'm Mexican, and I married my husband who is Irish. So the mixing of the cultures was pretty interesting. So in Mexican culture, we have something called La Víbora de la Mar. I think that you've probably done some Mexican
Yes.
weddings. So it's where the bride and groom stand up on these chairs, and the women usually tend to go first, and we get kind of like a veil, and everybody kind of like dances around the veil, and they're kind of like running, and
Yeah.
the men go next after the women, and the goal is to kind of knock the groom off of the chair.
Yeah.
And there's two other guys that are holding him up as this is happening. So that was probably like one of my favorite moments at the wedding, just because his family really committed to it.
Oh, they were all in.
They were all in.
Did they knock him off or did he survive? That's good. That's good. It would be horrible to get knocked off.
Yeah.
All right. So now you do proposal. I'm stuck on the proposal thing because I'm blown away.
Yeah.
But have you seen a no yet?
No,
Thank God.
no.
Yeah, because that would be horrible to have you there and have it on video and photo footage of someone saying no. So
I've almost missed one because I drove, what was it, Point Reyes. It was like 2 hours. So I live in the Bay Area, Union City. I drove 2 hours north to a beach, and I didn't get a selfie of the couple for whatever reason because it's a really secluded beach.
Yeah.
It's like I don't need a selfie of them.
Yeah.
They're going to be the only ones walking up. It's like a mile in, and they walk up and they have their dog, but as they walk up, there's also a couple right behind them that also has a dog.
oh crap.
And they start going in different directions.
Oh Jesus.
But I picked the right couple.
Oh thank God. I was like you had to commit at that moment.
Yes. I picked the right couple because I remembered the description of the dog.
Oh, did you?
I remembered the description of the dog. Otherwise, that would have ended badly. But lesson learned: always get a selfie, no matter what.
Yeah, there you go. And then are you speaking of dogs? I've heard dogs a couple times as we've been interviewing people here today. More and more people are including the animals, and yes, yeah, I love it. I love it too.
My last wedding had their dog. They had a dog sitter on location just so that he didn't have to like be at the party, and so he was like there for the ceremony, and then they kind of like let the dog walker take him back to like the bridal suite, and then he was kind of coming in and out throughout the day. So that was really cute.
That's really cute. And we actually on the Now That Engaged How to Get Married podcast, we had someone that specializes in pet sitting at weddings. So but she's on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So I would love to see something like that over here because I feel like we all love our dogs. They're all like part of the family.
Yeah.
And they all need to be included on the big
Oh yeah,
day, so.
we need that. We need that on the West Coast for sure.
So tips like on the day of, hair, makeup important. What do I need to do to make sure I'm ready to go for my big day, the wedding?
For the wedding, have a planner or a coordinator.
Okay.
That is like key.
A must.
It just makes the family's day easy, the bride and groom's day easy. When you have a friend doing it, I'm sorry, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Having the coordinator the day of is
Is the key.
the key.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
We love it.
Well-
All right. Well, how do we get in contact? How do we find you?
So on Instagram, I'm at _Dia Photography _. And then for my corporate events, I'm at Lumina.StudioCo.
Okay. And we'll have all that in the show notes for you.
Thank you.
And what about a website?
Website is diaphotographyco.com and luminastudioco.com.
All right. Perfect. We'll have all that in the show notes. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
So welcome, Lauren, to Now That I'm Engaged, How to Get Married.
Thank you,
All
Kevin.
right. Tell us, our listeners, a little bit about yourself, what you do.
Okay, my name is Lauren. I also go by Lo, so I am with Lo and Behold Events, and I do event planning and coordinating, so weddings, private parties, corporate affairs.
You
Get
do
ready
it.
to party. I'm ready to take you there.
All right, we're talking to brides, so
Okay.
tell us, what are you seeing? So when it comes to a wedding, like when are they starting with you?
Well, that's actually kind of funny because I was going to say one of the things that I'm finding right now is I feel like a lot of people are kind of coming to their vendors later.
I
with
agree.
Really short-term turnarounds.
Yeah.
So I guess my advice would be plan early.
Yes.
Give us as much time as possible. So yeah, I think whether it's a trend of generations right now or a trend with the economy and society where we're at right now, it feels like a lot of people are kind of waiting to book things, or it feels like they're looking for things kind of short-term, which, is fine as long as we're all available, but especially as a planner, I like to have a lot more time.
Well, and I tell the couples when you come last minute, you instead of having A to Z options, you may have A to D.
Yes.
You have less options.
More limited, so
Yeah.
it's harder to get the venue you want, the vendors you want,
Yeah.
the exact look and vibe you want. But, I guess if you are kind of budget hunting, it might be a great way to find some vendors who are trying to fill some holes and fill
Yeah.
some spaces there. But personally, as a planner who, again, is trying to help you find your venue, help you find your vendors, get your date and all of that set in, as much time as we have is great. So at least a year would be nice.
Yeah. Well, and that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
It would be the year. We just had our first booking for 2027.
Congratulations. My gosh.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, is this going to be the
You're like,
trend for
Will
2027?
my
But-
prices even be the same?
Yeah,
for
no, I was like,
2027?
they got in on the good time
Yeah.
because before we even raised the prices for 2026.
Lock
So I was
you
like,
in.
good for them. So, all right. So when it comes to a planner, what is your the ideal client relationship when it comes to that?
Yeah. So, I think it's always great having a client that trusts you, that comes to you and says, isn't trying to nitpick everything. Like, we love you to be involved. Like, I want you to pick the decor you want or choose the napkin fold you want if you are that detail oriented. But I also want you to trust that we are the professionals and that we've been doing this for a really long time, and we are here to take care of you and make sure that your story is told the way you want it to, and to trust us as the vendors that have the experience.
Yeah.
So that's kind of always what I'm looking for in a client. But for me personally, I'm about the fun, I'm about the party, I'm about the uniqueness and the unique experience, and particularly the guest experience. So I like somebody who wants to have fun and do something kind of out of the box and non-traditional.
It's because we see the same thing over and over again. So it's fun when they're pushing us to do something different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love if you want your wedding to be like a music festival or a rock show, and we get your whole party in a bus,
Yeah.
and we take them over to, the Great American Music Hall or somewhere where we're basically then setting up your reception to be like a rock concert, or
yeah.
you're doing a really immersive theme situation. I had someone who did a Greatest Showman circus style
Oh,
wedding,
wow.
and all of the bridal party was a different character, and they marched into the song, and it was just a lot of fun, and it really told their story and made it a super unique experience.
Talk about it. Yeah, I was going to say right now it's about guest. I'm a big believer guest experience is key.
Yep.
And the more you can give your guests, the more memorable your wedding is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I got married 17 years ago, and we did late night snacks.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was unheard of back then. We also got married on New Year's Eve, so I wanted drunk food. So that's what it was all about. But still to this day, I run into people that were at our wedding, and they're like, "You had the best food, just kept coming." So it's guest experience. I think it's all about guest experience.
I did something very similar for my wedding where
Yeah.
I did like a music festival style, and we never did a seated dinner. Food was just available all day long. You could go up and grab a French fry basket here, kettle corn here, funnel cake there, corn dog there, steak over here. The late night munchies, we did pho, 10:30 at night, and it was like, oh my God.
That's actually
So
really
yeah,
good.
the fun little unique different things don't feel like you have to go by the cookie cutter that is just kind of like that you think it's supposed to be, I guess.
All right, favorite part of the job. What is your favorite part of working with couples?
I really love being there at the event in the wedding. Like, I'm a girl who will cry every time the daddy-daughter dance is going on. I love watching you guys get on the dance floor with your family. I'll be there to start the dance party if it comes to it, if you feel like your family's sitting around. So I really like to be there in the moment and watching everyone enjoy this project that we've been working on for hopefully at least a year.
Yeah.
But being there to see the whole experience come together and watching everybody enjoy that's kind of what I'm doing it all for.
It wasn't until I had kids, but now that I have kids, I start crying at weddings when the parents are talking about and I'm like, it just because I can relate and I can see myself in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
same, like I lost my dad in 2020 right before my wedding. So it was something I had always dreamed of, having my dance with him, walking down the aisle. And so especially
sorry.
getting to see people like
Yeah.
have that moment. But that's also like, that's something now that I can bring to the table of, like just a couple weeks ago, I was with my bride right before she walks down the aisle there with her dad. And I'm like, remember, this is a very special moment. And like, you're a very lucky girl. Your daddy is here with
Yeah.
you. He gets to walk you down. And like,
Yep.
sometimes those little pep talks for them help kind of bring them into the moment.
Calm down.
Calm them down, bring them into the moment, make them focus on, again, the emotion that they're feeling there and that connection that they have there. And then, I'm just sobbing off in the corner during daddy time.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry. So, all right. So now that we've gone through there, you're seeing any trends in weddings right now?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I feel like the trend that I like right now is kind of like we tapped on, is uniqueness.
Okay.
Is doing it your way, is... I think we can all get caught up in the details and the little things there, but I feel like those details have to speak to you and your story. So everybody may have the special glassware or the champagne tower or whatever it is, but if that champagne tower is Four Loko because you guys met drunk on a Four Loko night, that's what makes it you versus just the trend that everybody's doing. So I love the things that are there, but that are still unique in a way. And then other than that, like trendy for me, like I love lighting. Like I love how lighting, and you especially know this, like I love how lighting can completely transform a room.
Yeah.
And it can be a really easy thing to bring in, to zhuzh up a space, to give life to a space, to change color to it. Like you can do, the floods, or I'm blanking on where you do the fill on the walls, the light fills on the wall. And just really transforming a space with lighting is where I'm at right now. And I'm a big music festival person, concert person. So I love that kind of like immersive lighting experience and seeing how we can translate that into events and parties and weddings.
Makes it more fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, perfect. So Lauren, how do we get in contact with you? How do we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at lowandbehold.events. That's L-O for low. You can email me low@lowandbeholdevents.com, or find me at my website, lowandbehold.events.
All right, perfect.
All that.
We'll have it all in the show notes, and we'll make sure to tag you in all the good stuff.
Awesome.
So thank you for being on here, and I guess I will have to start calling you Lo, because I've always called you Lauren.
It goes by both. The birth name was Lauren, but Lo is just sometimes the way to go.
It's the easier way. All right, thank you for being on here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for being here, Kevin, too. Cheers.
All right. So, Gina, welcome to our episode of Now That I'm Engaged, How to Get Married. We're doing it live, as you know, here at the Lighthouse. But tell us a little bit about yourself and how we got you here today.
Okay, Kevin, thank you for having me here.
Of course.
I'm just, it's like the theme is Italy, and I was in Italy 2 years ago.
Oh.
And it's just like, oh my goodness, it brings back a lot of memories. But my name is Gina Lett Shrewsbury, and I am the owner and founder, CEO, Chief Creative Officer.
Are you janitor too? Are you the janitor too?
Yes, I'm the janitor too. Of Inspirations by Gina, floral and event design. And I actually started off as a wedding planner.
Oh.
Back in 2008. A lot of people don't realize that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yes, and I did wedding planning for 11 years.
Oh, wow. And what made you change?
Oh, come on.
Planning is so stressful. I do agree.
Very stressful. And, I wanted to go out on top.
Okay. I love that.
And I love florals.
Okay.
I love flowers. I just love putting them together.
Yeah.
And so I switched over. I stepped out on faith. I thought nobody would never hire me. And now that I'm in it,
Yeah.
there's no regrets.
I love it. I would love that.
There's no regrets.
Okay. So when it comes to florals, what are we seeing for 2025? What are you seeing right now?
I think for 2025, people are looking at sustainability.
Okay.
They're, it's smaller budgets.
Okay.
It's not these, over the top weddings, people flying in from all over the world.
Yeah.
I mean, people are really scaling back.
Okay.
They're looking at sustainability. They're looking at local. They want fresh.
Oh.
But also they want someone who has expertise,
Okay.
that understands the couple,
Okay.
what they're looking for, just picking up on those little nuances with the couple and then bringing it to the wedding.
Okay.
So everything is more customize.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we seeing a color for this year?
You know, it's surprising. There's still a lot of bright colors out there.
Okay.
But for some reason, I get a lot of green and white weddings.
I was gonna say I'm seeing a lot of green, like a garden green.
Yes, yes. Everyone's looking for greenery and white roses, white peonies, dahlias. They want, they still want volume,
Yeah.
and they want it to reflect who they are.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, so it's funny you said greenery. I always think of that's the weed from Texas, the Smilax weed, because
No, I have a whole bunch of it in my cooler.
Oh, do you really?
Actually, that's still on trend.
yes, and it cracks me up because one day I was working with a florist and when they were putting some greenery on our chandelier, and I was helping her and I was like FedEx, like it was coming out of and I'm like,
oh yes,
Texas, what the hell is this?
Oh, yes,
and she goes, oh, it's coveted and it's a weed that only grows apparently. But it's beautiful.
My suppliers are going to get mad at me, but it's mainly in Texas. It's in the southern states.
Okay.
Texas, Mississippi, Alabama.
Crazy, right?
Louisiana. And it grows in wooded areas.
Okay.
And it wraps itself around a tree.
Oh.
And it could go up as tall as 160 feet.
Oh, but it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's a weed. Who knew?
Well, so are orchids in Hawaii.
Are they really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Orchids in Hawaii, they grow on the trees.
Oh. Well, I'm going there next week, so I'm going to have to look.
I know, you'll have to look.
I'm going to be looking now.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes, they grow on the ground. I mean, it's just
They grow everywhere.
They grow everywhere.
That's crazy. My uncle had like hundreds of orchid plants, and he kept that was his like pet. I think it kept him away from my aunt and kept him insane. But it was he loved his orchid plants, but he had them. He'd take them apart, breed them, the whole thing. He was crazy.
Yeah,
he would
no,
love it.
I tried.
It's so much fun,
but
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
You got to be retired. Yeah, he was retired.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, kept him busy. All right. So, what memorable wedding? Something that happened that was fun that you could take us to?
Actually, it happened here at the Lighthouse.
Oh, that's okay.
Yes, it was last October. Wonderful couple, Izzy and Maggie. Sorry, Izzy and Maggie, if you're listening. But Maggie came up to the Lighthouse in a canoe.
A canoe?
A canoe.
That is cool.
And her father rode the canoe.
Oh.
And
that's memorable.
The makeup person posted it on TikTok. It went viral.
Oh, I bet it did. It sounds so cool.
And both the brides had on just beautiful, colorful attire. And for me, just meeting with them, I said, okay, this wedding is going to be Betsy Johnson.
Yeah.
Meets Bridgerton.
Oh.
And they loved it.
Wow. All right. I love that.
That's one of my most memorable weddings as a designer. The other memorable one was when I was still a planner and I had a bride walk down the aisle singing to her groom.
Oh, no way.
Because when she told me she was going to do that and she was going to be, she was going to the studio, I'm thinking, yeah, okay, whatever.
But she was good?
She was really good.
Oh.
Like being on American Idol good.
Oh, wow. Because I think sometimes when we hear, oh, I want to sing, you automatically go to the, when you hit the back.
Exactly. Yeah. You think, oh my goodness. Oh, but she belted. I mean, my jaw dropped.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Can you give the listeners some tips and tricks about working with a florist? What's the...
Okay. So, I'm going to kind of address the DIY.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of people kind of like DIY.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
It's just you really have to prepare.
Yes.
And
it's stressful on other vendors.
It's stressful enough to try to do your flowers the night before the wedding. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
If nothing else, if you can't afford a florist, at least hire a florist to give you some guidance.
I love
At least to teach you what you need to do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes something looks beautiful like a peony. Oh, I want all peonies. But peonies, they don't last very long.
Oh.
They don't last in the sun.
Oh.
Hydrangeas.
Yeah, yeah. So you got to know what you're dealing with.
You got to know what you're dealing with. Now, if you want to hire a florist like myself, I mean, there's questions that you need to not only ask the florist, just ask pertinent questions, like, how much does it cost? And if you are shopping, going around shopping for a florist, remember that everybody's pricing is different based on their business model.
Yeah.
Just because someone is $2 cheaper,
Yeah.
$2 more,
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're good. I'm not saying they're bad.
No.
You're comparing apples to oranges.
Yeah, you really are. It's really, and I think that's across, that's what makes it really difficult for everyone in the wedding industry when they're comparing whether it's a band, caterer, whatever.
Exactly.
You're comparing apples to oranges when you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, you really are. So,
Yes.
yeah, I love that. All right. So, as we close, I want you to think back. Well, you told us a funny wedding, but and you did the tips and tricks. I think we did it all. Now that I think about it, yeah, we hit it all. So how do folks get in contact with you?
So what they can do is they can definitely find me on Instagram.
Okay.
At Inspirations by Gina.
Okay.
Or they can go to my website, inspirationsbygina.com.
I love it.
And there's some amazing photos, but I don't have everything that I've done on there.
And Instagram probably is a good place.
It's a good start. You can look at Facebook. I don't really have a presence on TikTok.
Yeah.
Thread I'm kind of getting into, but
Yeah.
it's mainly Instagram
Yeah.
that I'm more current on. And you can also text me at 415-506-9070.
All right,
Get
and
the discussion started.
We'll love that. And we'll have all that information in the show notes so
Okay.
people can find you. So,
Okay.
Gina, it's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Exactly.
And as we said, Gina's in the house. So here we go.
Exactly. Miss Gina, that
Miss
is.
Gina, that's right.
And you can always look for the G-Wagon. The G-Wagon's always out there. And if you see it on Highway 80, 680, 580,
Just give it a little honk.
just a little honk, but there's also a QR code that you
Oh,
can
is it
scan,
really?
and it will take you to my website.
I love that. All right. Well, thank you, Gina, for being here today.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right. All right.
Okay. Hi.
All right, JD, welcome to Now That I'm Engaged, How Do I Get Married? So we've been wanting you on the pod for a long time.
Oh, I'm a
It's
slacker.
and we had to wrangle you and wrestle you to get you over here. But
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
Perfect. So I'm the owner of Status Salon and Beauty Agency. So we have a full service salon located in Livermore, California. And then our agency specializes in bridal hair and makeup, and we travel all over. And we actually just officially launched our East Coast team.
East Coast?
Yes.
I love it.
I know.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks. We're super excited.
All right.
So it's been a mission.
So if I'm a bride
Yes.
or a couple want to get married, what are things that I need to know when it comes to hiring a makeup artist?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing is going with what you're truly attracted to. So don't settle. Like if you can see the people's work. Instagram's so great now because
Okay.
it has like an active real life gallery.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, websites are great, but we update them, but not every day. And if an artist is truly committed to their social media platform and utilizing that, you can see their work immediately. So you know that they're going to be a great fit.
Yeah.
And that's part of what we do. When I have all my calls with our brides, we connect with them and get to know what their inspiration is. And then I'm able to pair them and say okay, great. This artist is perfect for you. She specializes in this look. So
I love it.
yeah, being trying to narrow it down, but trusting the professional.
All right. So is it important to do a trial? Okay.
Great. This has been a huge topic
Yes.
and debate. There was that big thing that happened on social media. I don't know.
So
if
I
you heard about
interviewed that. Yes, I interviewed with the girl that took off the makeup.
Yes.
Okay. So I interviewed the makeup artist, business coach, and we
Okay.
talked about the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I thought about you. I don't know why I thought about you, but I was like, poor JD. That's all. Yeah. I was thinking,
We all felt that way. We actually had a big group meeting
Yeah.
or individual meetings with all of our artists. If in the event, here's how we can prevent this stuff. So
Yeah.
trial runs definitely help. I
Okay.
believe she had a
She had a preview, yeah.
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 So I think that a trial run is really helpful for them to get to meet the artist ahead of time and make sure that connection's great too.
well, yeah.
And also with us, we're okay to say no.
Oh,
So
okay.
if our artist feels like it's not a good connection or the bride felt like it wasn't a good connection,
Yeah.
it's important. We spend the most verbal time with brides on their wedding day.
You do.
Completely set the mood,
Yeah.
the stage. So I think it's really important for that connection. when we first talk and the trial to be so intimate.
Well, and I'm probably honest. You need honesty.
Yes.
That's the best part.
Yeah, and that's what's hard too. I think that a lot of people are people pleasers
Mm-hmm.
and they're scared to voice their opinion. And then when you have like a bridesmaid or a mom or just someone who, instead of supporting, wants to kind of like push the buttons, it can really put a bride already in an emotional state just over the edge.
Well, it's great because you guys sometimes are starting with these bridal parties 4 a.m. or crazy a.m. times
Absolutely.
because they have early morning weddings and all that stuff. Because it's like I just did an Indian wedding last summer and we had the ceremony at 8 o'clock and the bride got up at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, we start super early. So we're not only that, but getting them energized.
Well, I can say you got to bring the energy, and get them going.
Yeah.
So does it determine how many how many people we're doing the makeup for, how many artists we need?
Yes. Yeah. So the timeline, we work with the event planner directly and the photographer and coordinate with them, like counting backwards of what's needed. And because we've been doing it for so long, we had the timeline set pretty well with the buffer. But we count backwards and we try to not ever have beauty prep be over 6 hours.
Oh, wow.
So for every time it's going to hit that, we bring on another artist and we bring on another. So that's like a perk with the agency because we have so many artists
to work with.
And it's not additional. It's just part of booking through the agency.
And how long does it take on the morning of for?
So usually if it's the bride, we allot 2 to 3 hours. It just depends on the overall look.
Okay.
And then like if
the bridesmaid.
If Lindsay's getting her hair and makeup done, it's 45 minutes per service.
Okay.
So, and she's actually been a bridesmaid of ours too, which is really fun.
She's easy.
She's piece of cake. She's naturally beautiful.
All right.
Yeah.
So trends we talked about. What about the booking process? How do we go through it? We went through anything we're missing when it comes to.
I think that trends are huge.
Okay.
Like making sure that the trend is still something that's you.
Oh.
Because I think sometimes we found with trial runs, a bride will do what's trending and they don't like it and they want to do another trial run and everything adds up.
Okay.
So it's like trusting, not only the trend and yes, it's beautiful, but also being the best version of yourself.
Okay.
That's definitely something
Is it a good idea to come in with ideas, what I'm like ahead of time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something what you like. We tell them to pick similar features. So like if you're light eyed, don't pick someone with dark eyes because the makeup will reflect differently.
Okay.
And then we also create a mood board for our brides. So we get their wedding dress, we get any inspirations from them, and we just let them visually see it. And then our artists will also brainstorm as well with them. So
I love that.
Yeah, it's really fun. So it's a good experience.
Any crazy memorable moments that you have that you could share?
We have a really funny one.
Okay.
The bride, we were in Tahoe.
Okay.
And we had this beautiful bay window similar to this one. And we're watching the bride and the groom do a first look. She had a beautiful, sleek updo. And they get on a boat.
Uh-oh.
Like one of those speedboats.
Yeah.
They drive the boat away and they didn't tell us that they were getting on a boat.
Oh, geez.
So we're all watching. And it's this beautiful romantic moment. And we're with grandma, like, why is she getting on the boat?
Oh,
why is she getting on the boat?
Yeah.
So we stayed, which we were supposed to leave already.
Yeah.
We were so fortunate to watch the moment happen.
Yeah.
So we stayed.
Because you wanted to fix?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure.
Was there a lot to fix?
It was just the fringe. We just had to detail a little bit of it.
Look at you, girl.
But that was a moment.
Yeah.
We're like, she's getting on a boat.
Yeah. No one told us about the boat.
No one told us about the boat.
That's funny.
But no, so far season's been good.
All right.
No madness.
I love that. And is it more fun to do on location or I guess easier for you on location or in your studio?
Oh, great question. Our artists definitely love the bridal suite that we offer.
Okay.
Because it's home.
Yeah.
And we just feel like we can set up. A lot of times we'll go the evening prior and set up. So it's more organized in the morning time. But we definitely love a destination wedding.
Okay.
We move in. We bring tables, chairs, lighting, the works.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's two different types of fun. So,
right.
But the bridal suite's a really great element.
Yeah, I love it. All right. So how do we get in contact? Where do we find you on the interwebs?
The interwebs, directly on our website, statussalon.com.
Okay.
We have an easy link to fill out an inquiry page. We also have an active Instagram and social media, so we can always reach out that way as well.
All right. And we'll have all your information in the show notes, so we'll log you there. All right. So I keep asking you, when do I get my hair and makeup done is what I've been asking for a very long time. I've been, because, I have such beautiful hair, and such, I need such features
Do.
hidden. Yeah, I need a lot. I need a lot of work.
So the next podcast.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be there for hours.
Yeah.
I'll be probably the same amount of time it takes a bride to get ready. It will be the same amount of time.
Brain will give you a face mask and
Yeah.
everything.
There you go.
All right.
Love it.
Oh,
All right.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're amazing. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. So as we wrap up at the Lighthouse, this is it. It's a wrap. Thank you. This was a fun event. We want to thank
Absolutely.
Maggie for allowing us to be here today to do the podcast.
Yep.
Want to thank all the wonderful guests, and we couldn't have done it without JD. I mean,
and thank you.
she
Fantasy
came
Sound
early.
Events as
Well, she came early, did my hair and makeup, made me look beautiful.
Youthful.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So thank you, folks. We'll see you next time on Now That I'm Engaged, How Do I Get Married?
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To our listeners, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Now That I'm Engaged, How Do I Get Married podcast.
Brought to you by Fantasy Sound Event Services.
I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. Please get in touch with me or August if you have any topic you would like us to cover.
Or if you're struggling with your wedding planning, please be sure to submit a question to podcast@fantasysound.com.
I encourage you to check out our other episodes on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. And if you're a fan, we'd love if you would subscribe to the podcast and leave a review.
It helps others find our podcast so that they can learn from our guests too. And to everybody listening,
Happy wedding planning!